Hey staff, I decided to make this training video to help with our Do Sports Easy travel. This is my expectations of you as a recorder and what to do when approving a travel trip. So everything's on Do Sports Easy under events. We always want to make sure we have our date range to go at least a month ahead of time so you can see all the trips that are coming up. I created this alpine skiing snowboarding trip as a training exercise. So we're going to use that one. So when you're looking at all the travels, you're going to want to hit edit. Make sure the basic information is in here. Look for any notes that the staff or that the officers may have submitted. You're going to want to look at the members. Again, this is pretty basic of who's going, how many drivers they have. Most of your information that I want you to focus in on is the travel section. So under site, make sure all the check marks are good to go. If there are any notes here, that's a great place for us as recorders to know that they're waiting on something or something we need to follow up with. They should have this checkbox only when they've completed everything. So a majority of the travels will not have this checkbox there. Again, we're just going to follow up a week beforehand to make sure they're filling in all the rest of the information. Under the method of travel, you're going to want to make sure if they are selecting fleet vehicles. Our recorder managers under the site in the notes, they will put here when a fleet vehicle has been reserved. So if you see they want fleet vehicles, but you have not seen any notes from recorder managers here, the travel is not complete because fleet vehicle has not been filled out. If they have private vehicles in here, we want to make sure that we have all the correct information. And you notice anything we check, anything turned red, it means it's not ready for approval. Under lodging, if they have hotel information, just make sure everything is correct. If they're not staying overnight, so if they're just going somewhere and coming back the same night, that should be on. If they are staying overnight, if it's a multiple day travel, they'll want to have one of these clicked, a hotel, or if they're staying at a parent's house or a teammate's house, they'll have this information as well. Under the arrangement section, they want to make sure everything is listed here correctly. When you see all the check marks and all the different areas, it's ready to be approved. Under the report section, that's going to be after the travel. So in this case, somebody has already started this. That's why it turned red. So again, anytime that happens, they're starting this, it'll show up as things need to be completed. But we don't have to worry about that before travel happens. So when everything has been approved, when the checkbox is there, if they're fleet and they've had this information already completed, we have confirmation from our recorder managers, you'll go into the basic info and hit event approved. That means it's ready for me to go see the approval for travel. Hit save, and it'll change from a yellow pending to a yellow approved. That means it's now my job to go in and double check everything that you've done. So I'll go through the same exact process, make sure all the basic information is here, look for any notes that need to be still done, make sure all the check marks are here, see if there's fleet vehicles or flights or private vehicles, make sure the lodging is correct and the arrangement, that we don't have too many drivers, or not enough drivers, I should say. If they have 12 people and only one driver selected, we have an issue because we don't have 12 passenger vehicles. So again, make sure they have the right amount of drivers per vehicle. And then once this is all done, I go in and hit travel approved. When I hit save, now it turns to a blue approved. Now that means it's your job as recorders to email the teams, let them know that the travel binder and the first aid kit's ready to be picked up. If you're not quite sure who to email, on the summary page we'll have a list of everybody who's edited this. So usually it's the travel officer or the president perhaps that is submitting the information. So they're the ones you can contact, as well as the travel coordinator if it's them as well. So again, that's all the information. Let's make sure we're staying on top of it. If you have any questions about travel, please let me know. Thanks.